Hello there, lovely viewers. My name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and I am so excited to share with you my 1,000 subscribers Ask Me Anything celebration video. There's lots of fun stuff on the agenda. I have the questions y'all have been sending me over the last few weeks I'm going to answer. I have some friend mail over here. I have some surprises behind me. You're going to want to stay tuned. Start with an email question that I got from Denise, aka Coco Bell on Reddit, aka Snoodledoo on YouTube, aka Sense Delight on Instagram. And she says, I would like a brief personality description for each of your kitties and how they came to you. So I'm going to start with my oldest boy. His name is Marco. Brief personality description: smart, troublemaker, goofy, playful. Super playful, although his favorite toys are things like straws, free stuff that you think a cat would want to play with. He doesn't like real toys. He is way too smart. He figured out how to open the front door, so we have to keep the screen door locked all the time. He loves to get in trouble for attention, so if you don't give him the love he thinks he deserves, he will knock glasses of water over. He will drop pens on the floor. He will knock your phone off the counter if you aren't giving him the love he thinks he deserves. So he's demanding too. But he's so cute that I forgive him. And I'm showing you videos of him because I had the concept that I would pick them up today and show them on camera, but y'all look at him. He's sleeping. I can't disturb him. He's so adorable. Even though he would absolutely wake me up. He has no problem with that. So he's our oldest. He is going to be 12? Yeah, he's gonna be 12 this year in October, so he's almost 12 years old. The middle boy, who we call PB, that's P for patio and B for boy. We also call him Peebs, P-E-E-B-S. Peebus Beebus. We have all sorts of nicknames for him. I don't know why. We never call him patio. We never call him patio boy. He is a little bit grumpy, cuddly, and doofy, I think is the best way. And he has absolutely no body-eye coordination skills. So, he's smashed into the stairs before and busted up his nose. He runs into things all the time. I actually worry about brain damage. He just has no skills when it comes to running around. A little bit more aggressive with the other two boys, but very, very cuddly. He always wants to be in your lap. He always wants to be snuggling. That's actually him back here. He's sleeping as well, so I did not want to disturb him. So, of course, during my Ask Me Anything celebration video for 1,000 subscribers, this guy couldn't be bothered to be awake, and now he is viewing the delivery from Goose Creek as his throne. Yeah, you're going to make an appearance now, huh? So this is PB. He's the one that showed up on our patio. Hi, baby. Yeah, you want to come see Mama? Come here. Yeah, oh, he's just the sweetest little boy. Yeah, you're so sweet. Yeah. Yeah, give me the kisses. Yeah, they're gonna love that. Yeah. So he decided to make an appearance. Here he is. This is PB. Yeah, my beautiful blue-eyed boy. He's a snuggly one. He will let me hold him. He will snuggle in my lap all day. He also gets really needy around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Decides that he needs attention and cuddles, don't you? Yeah, you're a sweetheart. He's Siamese, and he came to us as a stray. So he showed up. We took him to the vet to get him scanned. We actually thought he was a girl because he was so fat. We thought he was pregnant, and we didn't see signs of him being a male. Scanned him. He was owned, and they reached out to the owner, and the owner did not claim him. So we were able to adopt him. We then found out that he had been lost 2 previous times before, and we were very thankful that we were able to rescue him because he's the sweetest boy, and he does not belong outside scared in the streets. So he has been with us since May of 2020. It was during the pandemic that we found him, and he is going to be 7. He is 7 this year. He turned 7 at the beginning of this month, actually. I think on the 3rd is his birthday. So he's 7. Maud, yes, that's a girl's name, but also he's a boy. We thought he was a girl, and we were participating in a trap neuter release program with our city because we had a lot of strays and feral cats hanging around, and we didn't want more. He showed up. I thought it was a female. We tried to trap him because at first he was injured. He had an injured paw and an injured tail. So his tail was broken and he had sprained his paw. So they took him in and they said, okay, he's all right. You know, he can be released. They neutered him at the same time, released him back into the neighborhood. And there was just something about him that was so special to me. You could tell by the way that he interacted with you eventually. He was very feral. I mean, like spit at me, rear up on his back legs, like just very aggressive at first. But when he started to warm up to me, you could tell that he was very smart. He has a way of looking at you like he's really trying to figure out who you are and what you're doing. And I'm sure part of that is instinct for him. He's had to live that way as a feral cat on the streets. But he was also very food motivated. So he very quickly learned that I was his mommy, right? That I was going to feed him. And I would go out every night for an hour, sometimes two, with like 2 separate 1-hour periods, and just sit with him. I wouldn't pet him at first because he attacked me. Like I actually got scratched up from him at one point. But I just felt so bonded to him, and it took almost a year. So I started trying to domesticate him in October of 21. And in July of 22, I trapped him in our garage and said, you're mine now, and you're not going back outside, and you're staying inside until we get to know each other better, and then I'm going to take you to the vet and make sure you're not sick, and if you're not sick, you're coming upstairs. So it took me about 3 weeks of working with him downstairs to get him to really trust me, to trust the space, and I basically lived half my day down there. We have a bed down there, and we converted it, right? So it's basically like a guest room / office. He was comfortable. I do feel bad he didn't have access to a window, but we do have like a vent down there that we opened up so he could at least get some fresh air. And, you know, I think he was starting to get anxious with being trapped down there. So I was happy he was ready to come out. And now he's just the sweetest cat. He does not like Jason. He still hisses at him. I'm very much his person. He is very smart. He's very sensitive. He is so well behaved, and he learns so quickly. So, you know, he had to learn how to play with humans, right? So we would be playing with a toy and he would slash at me. And so I would just turn my back to him and stop playing. And he would look at me like, well, why aren't you playing anymore? And he learned very quickly, like, you can't slash me. You got to put your nails away, and you can't be naughty. So he's a very sensitive boy, and he responds very well to obedience training, surprisingly, for a cat. I mean, versus Marco, who's just, I mean, he's crazy. And Maud's still not down here. He's the one that's always sleeping on the cat tree in my videos. And I went to get him to try to film him for you. He's also sleeping. He also does not like to be held. So when you pick him up, he really panics. So I wasn't planning on picking him up for the video because I don't like to make him uncomfortable. He's had a lot of health problems with urinary tract issues, and that has to do with his anxiety. So I try not to make him anxious, you know? I just offer him a peaceful home. I don't even like to have strangers over because he really just runs and hides. But he's just the sweetest boy, such a gift to me. So glad he showed up and that we bonded, and he became my best little buddy. We don't know how old he is because he was straight up feral. He's not like he was previously owned. He was actually a wild cat. But the vet estimated that he was probably born in early 2021 because he hadn't gotten his mane, his muff yet. And they usually get that, males usually get that a couple of years into maturity. And he didn't get that until, that was like fall of 22. So it may have been like end of 2020, early 2021, he was born. So he's our youngest, super sweet. So glad that I have him. We didn't want 3 cats, but that's how it happened. But now Jason jokes that we have 4 corners on our bed and we need a 4th one. I'm like, no, we don't. We don't. We don't need a 4th cat. So that's my babies, and that's how they came to me. I love that question too. I love that y'all are interested in my kitties. And then Denise also sent me a friend mail. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the friend mail that she sent me. Oh my gosh. My heart. Snowy Walk. Oh, these are old labels. Oh my goodness. Is that marshmallow? I feel like I'm getting ooey gooey marshmallow. Or like a cashmere vanilla sort of vibe. Oh, that's beautiful. Gives me like warm and welcome vibes, but more soft, more vanilla. Look at the label. Jungle Pebbles. Y'all, the hubs will love this so much. So much. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Wow, that smells just like Fruit Loops to me. I'm sure it's supposed to be Fruity Pebbles, but I eat Fruit Loops. Yeah, classic cereal fragrance. Oh my gosh, the hubs is going to be so happy. So happy. Whipped cream and cashmere. Ooh, I've heard about this one. Heard about it. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, that cashmere feels like warm and a little bit body care, a little bit sweet. Oh my goodness. This will go so well. I don't even want to burn these. It'll go well with my current rotation. I've got the cashmere linens, warm and welcome going. Wow. Oh, that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Banana palm leaf. This is the one, y'all. I ordered this and then Goose Creek was like, yeah, we had a glitch in our system. Sorry, you can't have it. I was so sad. And she sent it to me. Y'all are so thoughtful, right? Like I say stuff in my videos. I'm like, yeah, whatever. No one's listening. I'll just say stuff. And then you hear it and you think of me. It's so cool. Such a great community. Sweet banana, salted palm leaf, sparkling bergamot, and coconut. It's a banana fragrance. It's a fresh. It's a banana. Yeah, oh, that's actually pretty good. I'm not always a fan of banana. It doesn't go too runty. It's like dances that line between like candied banana and real banana, and then the palm and the bergamot just add some freshness. Oh, love it. And I love the label too. I think this is this last year's? I recognize the label. Yeah, 24. I was gonna say. I think I saw this on clearance when I first started shopping Goose Creek. Wasn't buying that much, you know, back in October of last year. Which one's, is this the Castle one? Dream. This is the Hubs' favorite candle from Goose Creek. Dream Clouds. And it's discontinued because it's part of the Care Bears collab. He's down to his last one. Y'all, when I said I would set up friend mail, I never in a million years assumed the Hubs would benefit, but I love it. He deserves it. He puts up with me in this mess, right? Like all these candles. He helps me manage my spreadsheet. Are these the same? I feel like the Jungle Pebbles. No, this one's more sour. This one's more lactonic. I like this one better, but I think the Hubs will like this one better. Oh my gosh, that Jungle Pebbles is just, I don't even, in my heart, it's breaking from so much love. And then Hungry Bunny Trail Mix. I have not heard of this one. Tell me, y'all, have you burned this one? Oh my gosh. I wish I had room to store candles. Like more room. Wow. Yeah, that literally smells like you stuck your nose into a bag of trail mix. I feel like I'm getting like nuttiness and sweetness like from a caramel. You could convince me there's like pretzel in here. Very edible, gourmandy, and sweet. Oh my gosh, Denise. I can't. My heart is so full. Thank you so much. Really, it means so much to me. I don't even want to burn those. I think I have to because I don't know if I have the space, but oh my goodness. I love it. Maybe I'll declutter some more, right? Maybe I will. You might even see me declutter some in this video. We'll see. Okay, so I have a question from Instagram. Is this Instagram? Yeah, Instagram from Chantel and Gary. And she says, while you were telling your first date story, it occurred to me that you don't wear a wedding ring, at least not on camera, and you don't appear to have one of those tattoo rings. I don't know if anyone asked that for the Q&A, but I just figured I'd ask while it's on my mind. So I do wear a wedding ring, but it's not mine. This one is actually my mom's wedding ring that I got after she passed, so I do wear it, but it's on the right hand because I don't want people to think it's my wedding ring. And this is one that she wore when I was a teenager. She had multiple bands for her wedding ring, and this is the one I remember the most. Like, it's most saliently hers. It's not the one she died with, and my stepdad let me have it. So I wear that every day, and it's so weird. I look down at it and I see my mom's hand. It's like the strangest thing. So it's both comforting, but also a little bit griefy, right? It feels sad when I look at it, but I just love it. So I do wear a wedding ring. It's not mine. I do not wear my wedding ring from the Hubs. That started because we got married at 19, and like fresh 19. I turned 19 in August and got married the beginning of October. And we moved to California when we were almost 22, so kind of like 21 going on 22. And I got so tired of two questions. The first question was, are you from Wisconsin? The second question was, why did you get married? Did you get pregnant? And I was just like, if I have to answer either of these questions ever again, I'm going to move, right? Like I just got so sick of it. So I worked on trying to change my accent so that people wouldn't think I was from the Midwest. I worked on trying to hide who I was. I mean, I was in my 20s, right? Like that's what we do. We want to be accepted. We don't want to be called out for being different. And nobody in California gets married. Very few people in California, where I'm at, Northern California, big city, Northern California, get married at, 19, let alone 21, 22. And so I just got sick of the question. I talked to Jason. I said, do you care if we don't wear rings? He's like, I don't care. I hate rings. I was like, okay, let's just not do it. And I'll add just a little caveat that if people ask me what's my secret to my marriage's success, and short answer, I don't ever take it seriously. And I don't say that to discredit my marriage. I say it because I think when you get so uptight about things that you think matter, like, oh, well, I have to wear a wedding ring, otherwise it doesn't count. Or I have to wear a wedding ring, otherwise someone will think he's available. Like you get hung up on these like symbols and meanings that we assign to things, and they don't ultimately matter, right? I don't get hit on. I'll tell you that much. Like, I think I come off as way too tomboyish, way too motherly. I don't know. I literally never get hit on. He does, but he's always so oblivious. He doesn't even realize women are flirting with him. So it's never bothered me that we don't wear rings. We just never got back into it. I put it on like, I don't know, 5-10 years later. It didn't fit anymore, right? I had grown up. I had kid hands literally when I got married. And so they didn't fit. I didn't want to go through resizing. We don't want new ones. So I don't wear them. All right, so another question. This one might be one I'm going to skirt because I'm a little uncomfortable at answering it. JG9622 asks, what college or university do you teach at? I try really hard to keep my work life separate from my channel. I talk about being an academic, but I really don't want to share it. It's a public facing job. I am not a full-time faculty member. I am part-time, which means my employment is contingent. I can be let go at any point for any reason. And it feels like a risk for me to put out there where I work publicly on YouTube. So I will just tell you that I've worked at multiple universities and colleges in Northern California. I have worked for community colleges, I have worked for state colleges, and I have worked for private universities. I usually am working anywhere from 3 to 5 campuses any given semester or term. So I get around. I got to pay the bills. But yeah, I don't want to get specific. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm not gonna fully answer that one, but that should give you an idea of kind of the type of work I do. All right, Book Lover 9665 on YouTube says, the question I have for you is, what is your favorite candle of all time? This is a hard question. So I'm gonna do 3, and I know that's not fair. But number 1 is gonna be best candle of all time that you can't get anymore. And that is Tuscan Herb from Pier 1 Imports. It was grassy, herbaceous, a little bit lemon. Beautiful. Loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. But that hasn't been around for years. The second one I'll do is best or favorite candle I can get, but it's not the same as it used to be, and that is Yankees Witch's Brew. If that had the scent and throw that it did from 5 years ago, hands down, that would be my number 1 favorite candle of all time. But since I can't have that anymore, if I had to choose best or favorite candle that I currently have in my collection that is also available, oh, that's such a tough question. Yeah, I feel like lemon espresso twist is right up there. Marshmallow sugar is right up there. Warm and welcome. Yeah, I'd have to say warm and welcome. Actually, I have that going right now. Is that one over there? Yeah, it's right behind me. Yeah, I love that one so much. It's so comforting, but there's so many good ones. That's so hard to choose, but I think I'd go with Warm and Welcome being my favorite of all time. Okay, that feels like a good time to transition to some friend mail. I'm going to share with you a charity over at the Charity Rose channel sent me a gigantic box, ton of wax melts, like a ton. I have a whole video I filmed that will eventually show up on my Wax Melt Wednesdays series. But she also sent me some candles, and one of them I was not expecting, and it's one of my faves, Palo Santo Coconut from Goose Creek. And this is now I think this is my third one I've received through friend mail. So I think what I'm picking up on from that clue is that I loved this one. Y'all bought it because I loved it so much, and you didn't like it and you sent it to me. So thank you. And this one is Palo Santo Creamy Coconut and Vanilla Musk. I just love it. I love the Palo Santo in here. It's woody. The coconut feels natural and a little bit creamy. The vanilla musk adds some warmth. But yeah, this is the second one I have received through friend mail from y'all who, second or third, that y'all just are like, no, I don't like it. Take it, Tracy. And then the other two are ones that she reached out to me on Instagram because she was going to buy some old school, like OG Goose Creek candles and asked me if I wanted any. And she sent me pictures and I was like, yes, I want these two. And one of them is Frankenfizz. Y'all, I was so excited to see this old Halloween label. I love it so much. And I have not tried this fragrance before. And these were $12. So I'm like, hello, yes, thank you. No scent notes on the bottom because it's old school. But it is sour. It is fizzy. It feels citrusy. What's the pour date here? 21? Yeah, so is that right? Did they do 3 weeks in this size in 21? Maybe they did their batch dates differently. Huh. Anyway, excited to try that one. And I'm not a collector, so I will be burning it. I will. It'll be in my Halloween rotation. And then the other one she picked up for me is like real old school Goose Creek Forbidden Elixir. And this is their old style large jars. And you can see the wax is aging because this is a paraffin blend. So paraffin usually ages and can get some discoloration. I really like the lid on that too. And same thing with this one. There's no scent notes on it. So I don't know what's in it. And this one looks like it is a pour date of 2019. Yeah, it kind of just smells like cotton candy. It's sweet. And I've heard from lots of like old school Goose Creek large jar collectors that these are stunning in terms of scent and throw. So I'm happy to be giving this one a try in October. So I did send Charity some money for these, but she paid for, I think, most of the shipping. I gave her a little bit extra for shipping because she said she was sending me the wax melts anyways, and it wasn't that much more to include these. So I was like, well, I'll give you something because these are heavy, right? This is going to make it go up a little bit. But so these I paid for, but she sent them to me, and I'm so thankful that she thought of me when she went to that sale. I joked with her because I was in Michigan at the time, and I was like, I'm looking at that pictures and I'm wondering, like, how much would it cost to rent, a truck or a van and go and meet up at that lady's house and then drive it home to California? And then I was like, what are you doing? You don't need that many candles. But anyways, happy to have those. Okay, next question. This is from the planner Tita. She says, how do you organize your candles? Is it by scent, season, or brand? Would love to see a collection too. Yeah, so I organize my candles actually in a couple different ways, just depending on the space. And I will be doing a collection video. It's going to take me some time. I'm trying to figure out how to film that efficiently. I think it's going to be a nightmare. I have what I call my burn drawer, and that's basically a tall boy dresser with, what is that, four wider drawers and 2 small ones. And those are ones that I don't necessarily have in a rotation. I just enjoy. And I organize those by kind of scent family. So like I have a citrus drawer for Jason. I have a floral drawer. I have a fruit drawer. I have like a gourmand drawer. I have a marshmallow and laundry drawer. And then I have like an evening fragrance body care drawer. And those are kind of like ones that I really, really like. And I always want to burn, but I feel like I'm always distracted by my rotation. And that's where you'll find other pockets in my house. So on my counter over here, which is built to be a bar, but y'all, I don't drink that much. So I turned it into my candle bar. That's where I keep my current rotation. I already have my future month's rotation planned and set aside, and that goes in my closet in the upstairs hallway. And then downstairs, I have all my fall winter candles as well as my backstock. So I have a cabinet for winter, a cabinet for fall, and then I have a large cabinet that's probably half full of backstock candles. And the backstock is, you know, it's all categorized. I label the rows and then document it in a spreadsheet. The fall Christmases are just kind of tossed in there. But every single candle I have in my house, every single candle that comes in, every single candle that goes out goes into my spreadsheet. And I document how many I have burning, how many I have in backstock, how many I have finished, where the backstock is located. I am research oriented as an academic and I like data. So I have a spreadsheet that helps me manage all of that. It also helps me, not always, because sometimes I have a misspelling or I don't use the spreadsheet like I should, but it also helps me from, you know, rebuying when I don't need to because I already have it. Okay, my friend Marie over at the Meet Miss Marie YouTube channel, she said, I would like to know if you would ever move to short form content like TikTok, or do you see yourself staying with long format home fragrance content? I do not see myself going to short form. I mean, for a couple of reasons. I feel like it's a generational thing. I'm a millennial Gen X cusp, and I feel like I lean a little bit more Gen X when it comes to things like TikTok and, oh, what are all the other ones? Snapchat, and, you know, it's just like, I don't understand the appeal. I don't like the, what is it? That's like the social corruption that can happen on something like TikTok. You know, like you got kids swallowing whole tablespoons of cinnamon and like that will kill you. I just don't like that energy. I don't want that energy associated with the love of candles, even though from what I understand, there's quite a bit of money to be made on TikTok if you're an influencer or a content creator like I am. So yeah, I don't see myself jumping ship, at least not right now. I really like YouTube. I like long form. Y'all seem to really like long form. So I think that's probably where I'll stay. All right, I think this is a good point to transition to my first surprise goodie. I want to celebrate with y'all, and the way I wanted to do this is I don't like the idea of promising rewards if I hit a certain subscriber amount, because I want people to subscribe because they like my channel. I don't want people to subscribe because they want free stuff, right? And so I didn't announce I was going to be doing a giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers because I didn't want that sort of publicity. But I am doing a giveaway. And YouTube says I have to lay out some rules, so let me just tell you what those are. All right, first of all, there are going to be 3 different raffles that I'm doing. You can only enter each raffle once, so I'll only put your name in once. You can only win one of the 3 raffles, so even if I draw your name a second time, you don't get it. You get the first one. If you don't provide your mailing address to me within 7 days of me letting you know you were the winner, you forfeit your prize. All entries will close on the 18th, September 18th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. The private info that you provide to me by email to receive your prize will only be used to send you your prize. I will not store it for any other reason. It will get deleted from my Gmail account after that. I have to tell you that YouTube is not sponsoring this giveaway, and that your replies and entries must follow community guidelines or you will be disqualified. So sorry, there's a bunch of legal stuff there, but YouTube makes you do it if you want to stay legit, and I want this to be legit. So I have 3 different giveaways that I'm doing. The first one I'm doing, and it's going to be a surprise, I'm not going to talk about it, but the first one is in this box here. This one here. And it is 4 candles from 4 different small business companies. So these are companies that I've bought from before that I value just as humans, the owners, right? And I want to share their product with you. These are candles that, yeah, I don't even think I've ever burned these. I picked them specifically to share with you and to pass along to you. So I have no idea about scent or throw or strength or any of that. It's just stuff I was like, this will be fun to give away. I like the idea of supporting small business owners and then supporting you and giving back to you for being such awesome viewers. So that is sweepstake number 1. And y'all, if you're interested in that one, give me a pumpkin emoji below, okay? You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say words, just pumpkin emoji for raffle number 1. 4 candles, small business owner makers. All right, next question is from Melissa Janik 6111. And Melissa, you are in my comment section all the time. I really appreciate you. Let's see, you said, can we get an intro to your cats? Did that. They are gorgeous and cats have my heart. Yes, they are. If I left anything unanswered, let me know. Two of them, one of them, really it's just PB who's receptive of getting picked up. The other two are not, and Maud especially not. So you know, sorry. I did include videos though, so it gives you an idea, but unfortunately you're not going to get the close-up today with this particular video. Oh, my friend Low Inspired Living, her channel. I love her channel so much. Y'all need to check her out. She's been around for over a year now, and she's got some slow growth, and I would love to support her. She does like fine fragrance. She does fine fragrance mist. She's into small business. She does Bath and Body Works stuff. She's, I mean, quite the wide variety. If you like smelly stuff on your body, check her out. She says, if you could create your own collection of candles, what kind of theme and scents would you go for? Yeah, so I've been experimenting with like making my own blends because the wax vendors let you create your own stuff. And the couple of things I've been pondering, one is I really like Witch's Brew. Obviously, I already said that. But like I want that with marshmallow and I want it with black licorice. So I could see myself doing like sweet woody stuff, but like adding edible to it. I just love the idea of making woody fragrances smell juicy sweet. The other one that I envision, because I love media, I love movies and TV. And so I would do collections, you know, that's why I had my Wikimedia idea. I would do collections of candles that make you think of films. And so one of them that I'm working on trying to come up with scent notes for, and I'm almost there. I'm going to send that into Kay's Wax and have her do a custom for me. I want to do All Work and No Play Make Jack a Dull Boy after The Shining. And it's going to have her, she's got like a library scent. And then I think there's like a bourbon scent. And I'm trying to figure out which pine I want to add to it. So something that makes you think of a character in a film or like the setting of a film. So I would definitely do more like earthy, spooky, edible and movie stuff. I would love to see movie collections. And I feel like every movie that comes out, I'm like, ooh, you could put these scent notes together. And I get all those ideas. So love that question. All right. Is it Achina? I'm not sure I'm going to say your name right. On YouTube, how many candles are currently in your collection? Oh my gosh, I'd have to get my spreadsheet out. Are we talking like of a single fragrance? So like how many fragrances? I don't have that actual number. So the problem is I have a list that includes every candle I've ever owned. And that is up in the 900 range. Every candle I've ever owned. But a lot of those are ones I don't currently own. A lot of those are one and dones and I will never buy again. Some of those are ones that are my favorites, and those favorites I have multiples of. So I'd have to go through and do the math on like how many I'm burning and how many are in backstock. And I don't actually keep that total. I could probably do the math. I'll put the number down here. I'll do the math for you and put that in the video. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you know, I go through 60 to 75 candles a month. I think the last time I did the math, I joked with the hubs that it would take us a little over a year to get through our collection that we have. So, you know, I'm weird. I'm okay with it. Sarah McArtney -FH7XO on YouTube. She says, off topic, but my question is, what type of video games do you play? Oh, I love that question. Okay, so I am, you know, I don't know, soccer mom vibe. I don't have kids, but soccer mom vibe. I love like Candy Crush. I'm playing one right now. You know, I don't even know what it's called. I downloaded it through Fetch because I'm trying to get free gift cards. And it's called goods sorting. You literally just sort like canned goods and like jugs of juice and stuff on shelves. I don't know why. It feeds my need for organization, and like I love folding laundry because it makes me feel better that I've cleaned up a mess. So it fills that niche. But if you're talking like other platforms, so I'm a PlayStation fan. I love PlayStation. And my favorite game literally of all time is Skyrim. I have probably played that game total for years. And like literally from, you know, 24-hour periods, years. I've gotten through the whole game 4 times. And anybody who's played that game, you know, it is hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of game time to get through it. So I love it. I love that it's open. I love that you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can steal. You can become a chef. You know, there's so many different options with that game. It's really fun. And I keep waiting for them to come out with an update, new version of it. And it's taking forever. Okay, let's do another friend mail. All right, so this one came from my friend Cindy, and she follows me on Instagram. She also has a question on here that she posed. I forget what it is now. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, she said she'd love to see a joint video with my candle loving hubs. So there is only one joint video that the hubs and I have ever done together, and that was a Kringle haul, the 3 for 33 candles, and then a few of the new reserve candles. We did that last spring. So I'll link that below in case you want to see it. I loved filming with him. The bloopers at the end are such a joy for me to watch. If I want to laugh, I literally just go watch the end of the video. I have asked him to come back to my channel and do additional reviews. Like during SAS, I said, you know, do you want to do a video with me? These are candles you technically hauled. And he said, you know what? I think I'm good. He said, I like being in the background. I like being the hubs. I don't think I want to be on the channel. I said, okay, that's fine. So he may make a reappearance at some point, but kind of sounds like, you know, he's not in it for that. He doesn't want to be on camera. So I did do one video with him. You can meet him that way. Okay, she's got a card here. She sent this sticker. I love it. What's one more candle? Y'all, story of my life. Okay, she just left me a really nice card. I'm going to keep that private. I love cards. Let's see. What did she send? Ooh, this is a pretty jar. Okay, so this is from That Candle Place. You know, I saw a review on this. Alexa, was it you who did this review? I can't remember if it was Alexa or Amy. One of y'all just did a review on this, That Candle Place company. And I definitely was like, ooh, who's this? I want to try it. And this is a pumpkin spice. Yeah, I love that. I love that I get to try a new company that I've never had before. So it's 20-ounce soy, handcrafted in New York. That is a delicious pumpkin spice. It feels a little bit gourmandy. I don't know what the scent notes are, but it almost smells like frosting. Yeah, sweet, classic pumpkin spice. Smells like it has good strength on cold. That's promising. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate that. And I think you said in your note, there's 2 things in here, so let me do some more digging. Yes! Wax melts. Also from That Candle Place. Banana brulee. Oh. Wow, that is very banana forward. A little bit runty. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like a blend of what feels like fresh banana, almost like a pureed banana, and then I get like the candied banana too. With just a hint of like caramelized sugar. It smells like it's going to be a beast. Oh, and then there is one more in here. Brown sugar and cream cold brew. Oh, the hubs is going to love this one. He loves anything coffee. Wow, that is really creamy and bitter. I feel like I'm getting something. It says brown sugar, but I feel like I'm getting more of a hazelnut. I love coffee fragrances. So there's that one. So 2 wax melts and a candle. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate it. New brand. I get to try it for free. I just love that you were thoughtful, especially in addressing my grief. I appreciate that. Okay. You all give to me. I give to you. The next sweepstakes. The next raffle. Okay, so as you recall, if you want the small business candle prize, 4 candles from small business, each one a different company, give me a pumpkin emoji. The next one, however, is going to be 4 candles from major retailers. 2 of them are from Goose Creek. 2 of them are from Bath & Body Works. 2 of them are some of my all-time favorites, and 2 of them are ones that I think will push you outside of your bounds, potentially. So 4 candles, 14.5 ounce, 2 from Bath & Body Works, 2 from Goose Creek, and for that one, which emoji? Do a blue heart. If you want to be considered for the second prize. The blue heart emoji, because that's my favorite color. And because I love y'all. Okay. Next question. This is from my friend Taylor, and also she has friend mail here for me, so I'm going to open that too. She has her own channel. She just started it recently. Her name over there is Candle Coven. She's a longtime viewer, always up in my comments. So go support her too. I really appreciate her. She says, what is your favorite scent category if you had to pick one? Oh, that's hard. What's your favorite candle or top 3? I kind of did that already, right? Warm and Welcome, Marshmallow Sugar. I have to say Witch's Brew, but like OG Witch's Brew. Yeah. And Lemon Espresso Twist. So there's 4. And what Halloween collection, which brand has been the most successful to your nose? Okay. I'm going to answer the 3rd question because that one's easiest. By far, Goose Creek. I wish that Goose Creek did more Halloween. Like, as much as they do fall, like, I would take 1 or 2 more Halloween releases. They did the collab, the Scooby-Doo collab, which I think was about 50% success. And then they did their Halloween release, which actually they had 2 of those, but they were relatively small in my opinion. And both of those were stellar. I mean, there were some weirdos that I wouldn't rebuy, but I really like their candles in general, but also their Halloween stuff. And I have bought from small businesses Halloween stuff. I tried like the Cheerful Giver Halloween candles. Actually I'm going to have a review on that soon. Kirkland's Halloween candles. Yankee I didn't buy this year, please. I actually have a Homeworks Halloween candle coming, but I have no hope for that one. Bath and Body Works, they need more Halloween. I don't know what they're doing. And like new Halloween, right? Like give us the old scents, but give us new stuff too. So yeah, by far Goose Creek. And then what's my favorite scent category? It has to be gourmand. It has to be gourmand. But I really like aquatic scents that aren't masculine or perfumey. I really like woody, earthy fragrances that aren't masculine or perfumey. Basically, I like everything except for cologne scents. Literally anything. And citrus, apple, like, but I'll burn those. But if it's cologne, I ain't doing it. So let me open up her friend mail, and I don't know how much she sent. This box is heavy, y'all. So I might just focus on if there's candles in here and save wax melts for a future video like I did with Charity, just because I don't want this video to get so long that it's, 2 hours long. I mean, I like long form, but y'all, that long form, that's too much. Okay. All right, let's see. What have we got here? Ooh, I see some candles. And now Taylor and I did an exchange. Taylor, I don't even remember what I sent you. I think it was a petrichor candle from, is it Valent? That's a small business. It was some of the more woody ones that smell cologne-y to me, but not to you. I don't remember what they are, but we did an exchange. And I know that Candle Coven has a wonderfully large collection. She sent me a lot of wax. There's a lot of wax in here. So I am going to save that for a Wax Melt Wednesdays. Oh my gosh, Taylor, so much wax. My heart. There's so much here. I'm so excited. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'll save those for different video. The candles I will share with you. So she sent me Butterfly, and I know this one's like a classic. Oh, and it's because my mom. A classic Bath and Body Works like body fragrance, body care fragrance. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for thinking of the Butterfly. For those of you who don't know, my mom passed in June, and when I was like, an angsty, bratty 20-year-old, she told me that when she died, she'd come back to me as a butterfly. And I was like, there's butterflies everywhere, Mom. You're gonna have to try harder than that. But since she's died, I see butterflies everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. They land on me. They build cocoons in my clothes hanging out to dry. It's like all this weird stuff's happening. So thank you. Thank you so much for this. Raspberry Nectar, Iris Petals, Airy Vanilla. And I have smelled this, I think, in the perfume. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, I like the iris isn't too strong in here. And then that vanilla. It's kind of like a body care vanilla meets floral. Yeah, that's pretty. But honestly, I don't care what it smells like because it's got the butterfly on it. This one. This is one I told her, I was like, if you have anything from that collab and you're ready to part with it, you let me know. Y'all, Willy Wonka. I don't know why the universe colluded against me to make me start shopping Goose Creek right after Willy Wonka launched and sold out, because this is like my favorite movie of all time. I've watched it hundreds of times. I mean, thousands maybe. So when I saw that I missed out on this collection, I was so sad. And this is the chocolate one, right? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, and I think they repackaged this as coconut haystacks, which I do have, but it's not the cool label. Well, technically I have the label on the bottom because they just covered it with the new one, but it's not the wraparound, which makes me sad. So, love this fragrance. Love it in the coconut haystack. Love it in Willy Wonka. And now I'm just happy that I have the fancy jar. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you sent me, oh yeah, you said you were going to send me a Gingham Unstoppable. So this also was a little bit before my time. I wasn't shopping at Bath & Body Works much. And when I was shopping for candles, it was like repeat favorites. And I never picked this one up. Fresh Neroli, Sparkling Water, Clean Musk. Ooh, it's very mild and kind of soft. For having neroli, I was expecting something super sharp, but I think that whatever the water note is in here and that musk note, yeah, it's pretty. Very subtle. Is this the one? I think Kent joked that this one is like unscented, but I'm here for it anyways. Gingham Unscented, I think is what he called it. Plus I love the gingham. I just love the Bath & Body Works vibe on this. It reminds me of my thumbnails, the plaid. All right, thank you so much, Taylor. Again, I really appreciate you have supported me, I think basically since my channel started. You've always been in the comments. And I know we've chatted over email. And you are just a wealth of knowledge. I also love that we have opposing tastes to some extent. I really don't like the deep earthy stuff, but you really do. You're kind of like Charity Rose in that way. So I love that I have a couple of other content creators who are also friends who I can be like, you can have these. And you can, because I don't want them. So thank you, and check her out, Candle Coven. Okay, next question is from, this is from SC Brina 3132. She says she doesn't have a question, wants to see a collection video. It is forthcoming, I promise. Angie P.9883, you are also always in my comments. We have a shared connection because we're both Leos. I think our husbands are both like Gemini, Taurus, cusp type guys. Both their birthdays are in May. Didn't we get married in the same month too, Angie? I forget. Let's see. You said we already know your birthdays are the same. Oh, okay. So she doesn't actually have a question. She says, congrats on the almost 1,000 subs. That's amazing. I don't really have any questions, but I'll still be here to watch no matter what. I appreciate that. You're one of my most favorites to watch. We already know our birthdays are in the same month. That's right. Yep. As well as our hub's birthdays. That's really cool. And we're both Leos. Love that. Yes, me too. I think that just our connections were really funny. Okay, all right, Keys BMC94 on YouTube has two questions. One, where generally in Michigan did you grow up? Asking as a towny gowny Michigan grad. And then what do you teach? Okay, so I grew up, and some of you will understand, some of you will not. So this is what Michigan looks like. Actually, it looks like this, literally just like this. It looks just like this. This is the Upper Peninsula. This is the Lower Peninsula. All the Great Lakes are around here, right? Okay, so this is Michigan. Here's Detroit over here. Okay, Traverse City's over here. I'm from over here. So Southwest Michigan, small town country, kind of sandwiched between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo. Yeah, so lake effect snow, blizzards, beautiful fall colors, humid, disgusting summers. Yeah, I got it all. And then what do I teach? I teach sociology. That's such a huge discipline. Within sociology, I focus on social psych, gender, sexuality. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I mean, I can teach anything. I don't like to teach everything, but those are my areas of specialization. So, and I love it. I love sociology. I did just get a degree in psych, so I can technically teach psychology classes now, but I don't think I have a passion for it as much as I thought I would. So that's interesting, All right, Laura 10777. You're curious, how did I meet the Hubs? What's y'all's story? Okay, so Hubs and I first met 5th grade. He had one teacher, I had a different teacher, and our school rotated classes. They were trying to get us used to middle school or whatever. And I would kind of see him, as I entered his classroom, he would be leaving and going into the classroom next to us, and I would see him. I think I saw him on the playground a couple times too. I just thought he was a nerd, he hung out with the dorky boys who read comic books, and you know, they were just nerds. And I was just like, what a nerd, you know? I was a nerd too, but you know how that is. And then sophomore year? Yeah, sophomore year, which we'd been in high school for a year together, and we'd gone to middle school together, but never noticed one another. And then in high school, we ended up becoming friends through like joint friends who were a part of a larger group. And actually I was only part of that group because of my ex-boyfriend. So ex-boyfriend brought me into his friend group, broke up with me, and then Jason came in with his friend that was a part of that group. And so we kind of met again in 10th grade, and I was like, he's cute. Like, he got cute. So we became fast friends. I told my best friend that I liked him, but not to tell her boyfriend who was friends with him. Of course she did. Of course the boyfriend told Jason, so he knew. I didn't know he knew. And then I think we were going out, right? Like going out, you know, we'd go to Taco Bell or something, and we went out to the movies. And I just remember sitting there waiting for the movie to start. It was Hackers with Angelina Jolie, and I just said, I think we should start dating now. And then he was like, you do? And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay. And that was it. Right? Totally anticlimactic. I remember we held hands during the movie, and I was so nervous, like I couldn't even pay attention. We went out to dinner afterwards at Taco Bell. I couldn't eat. Yeah, and we've been together ever since. We never even had like a break period where we broke up and, you know, experienced life. Despite the fact that everybody always told us, you've got to sow your oats, whatever. I'm like, no, we don't. We're fine. We're good. So yeah, we met in 5th grade technically, but didn't really notice each other until high school. So, all right. Pete Papa's 4313 also asked me where in Michigan, so I've answered that question. 715 Miss says, if you had to pick one candle to have for the rest of your life, what candle would it be? This is the only candle you can ever burn, and you better not say patchouli. Oh, yeah. Okay. One candle the rest of my life, and I can never burn anything else. Wow, that is a hard question. I mean, marshmallow sugar has got to be up there. In terms of like something I don't think I'll ever get tired of. I think witch's brew would get a little cloying. Patchouli would get old, I think. But marshmallow sugar, I think, no matter what, I would burn that one. I think I would, no matter what, do, I know you only said one, but lemon espresso twist too. I love it so much. I'd do those two together, right? But yeah, probably marshmallow sugar. If I only had to choose one, marshmallow sugar from Goose Creek. I love it so much. Okay, Taylor. Oh, Taylor, hi. Actually, I have a package from Taylor here too. We also did a candle exchange, not to be confused with Candle Coven Taylor. This is the other Taylor, Taylor Clay. And we chat about her and her son Nugget, who is learning to love candles and watches my videos, which I just love. That they can bond together with my content. That just means so much to me. And I forget, I sent her that volcano one, the volcano dupe, blueberry pancakes. There were a couple of others. I don't remember what the other ones were. Oh, and she has kitties, Cheese and Nori. Oh, I love that. All right. Oh, hello. That's right. She said they burned this. They weren't crazy about it. The chocolate dip bananas. She'd watched the video and knew that I had loved it. I am almost out. She sent me 2 of these, and I'm glad because I'm just finishing up my one and only. It's got like one more burn left. It's about to go to the graveyard, and then I will have these 2 lovelies to finish out. This is just so good to me. It's like, it actually smells like frozen banana with dark chocolate on it. I don't know how they captured that, but you get the essence of like biting through a frozen banana and how it kind of starts to like melt in your mouth, and you get that like juicy banana scent with the chocolate melting. They nailed it. So thank you, Taylor, for exchanging with me. Again, I really love it when y'all, try stuff. You're like, this is gross. Can we trade? I'm like, yeah, can I send you something else? Because I got stuff I want to get rid of too. Let's keep that up. And you ask, what's the most comforting candle, wax melt, or fragrance for you? And you said that your comfort wax melt is a simmer pot from Bewilderment, and your candle is Harvest from Yankees. So I would have to say the candle that brings me the most comfort I mean, again, I'm back at Witch's Brew, but like it doesn't smell anymore. I'm back at Warm and Welcome, but I've already shared that. I feel like I need to come up with something else. I'll add to the mix two other candles that I really love. One is Cool Raindrops from Goose Creek. That one is one that when I light it, I just feel so calm and it just smells so good. The other one would be Cotton Vanilla Breeze, which is not going to be for everyone. That's also from Goose Creek, but I love the blend of the really sharp laundry with the really warm vanilla. There's just something about that candle. I could sniff that all day. I love it. I have a backup. I need more. Okay, Emmy McCartney, 5458, you say, this has probably been asked, but can you describe your tattoos? Yes, quick tour of the tattoos. All right. This one on my wrist, which you can't see very well, is the feminist fist. I got it as part of a fundraiser for the ACLU. I have this tattoo on my arm, which I call my pig in a blanket. It is not mermaid scales, despite what everybody thinks. It is not Q*bert. It's not an Atari game. This is an Amish quilt that my mom made. So this is my mom's blanket on my arm. And the pig symbolizes Jason because he raised pigs growing up. And plus, this is associated with the memory of us going on a road trip in Norway. We had no idea what we were doing. We were starving, and they just don't have food out in the middle of nowhere like we do here in the States. We came upon a store called, I would say, Bonus. I don't know what it actually is in Norwegian. Their mascot was a drunk pig because it was so affordable that the pig was drunk off savings. And I have a picture of him in Norway holding a bag of chips with the pig on it, just like so happy that we found food. So this is Jason. This is my mom. It's my family sleeve. I have the Halloween one over here. That was my first ever tattoo because I just am obsessed with Halloween. So that one I'll show you a picture of because I can't really show it to you here. I have another one on my back over here that I actually did as part of a scavenger hunt. I used to participate in Gish. Are there any Gishers out there? It was the greatest international scavenger hunt, and it was put on by the guy from, I don't remember his name. I didn't watch the show. I just loved the scavenger hunt. I'll put his name down here somewhere. But one of the tasks was to get a tattoo of you being tattooed. And my best friend, who is also in Gish, is a like world-renowned tattoo artist, very like famous, and she does amazing work. And so I was like, let's do it. Let's get those points. So we have a best friend tattoo now. It's a tattoo of her tattooing me. And the tattoo includes her doing a tattoo of me getting tattooed. So it's very meta, right? It's all like me getting tattooed of me getting tattooed of me getting tattooed. And that's when people are usually like, that's permanent, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't care. It's just skin. I love it. She's my best friend. It was so fun. I don't have any regrets at all. And then my last one is on my leg. And that one is linked to my cat Marco. So it's a Norwegian forest cat pulling a chariot, although in this case it's a Nordic boat. But the Nordic legend is that Norwegian forest cats would pull the chariot of the Nordic, I think she was like a goddess of some sort or a god, and she was the god of love and death, and she's a shapeshifter. So she would come into, the area where somebody was about to die to come and take their spirit. And when she would come in as the god of death, the family members and loved ones would get very angry and try to attack her. So she would shapeshift into a bird and fly away. So I have that because I love Nordic history and the whole, their whole system of belief around spirituality. And then my cat, Hello, is a Norwegian forest cat. So I just love that he's a part of that Norse legend. And I wanted him on my leg. The colors didn't come out quite right, but you get the vibe. Is that it? Is that all my tattoos? Oh, no, it's not. I have my bear. My bear on my arm right here. And this one is my Boo Bear. So when I was a kid, my mom bought me this bear, and it legit looks just like my bear. The artist did an amazing job. So it's a childhood bear, and I couldn't say Blue. So I said, where's my Boo Bear? And then ever since then, my mom called me Boo. Boo Bear. All the people who love me most call me Boo. My husband calls me Boo. My mom called me Boo. Oh, I miss her. My sister calls me Boo. My stepdad calls me Boo. So that's the kind of like, that's me. This is me right here. This is my childhood and all the love that I feel from my family. So anytime I'm like, oh, I feel bad, I just look at my Boo Bear and it reminds me I have people who care about me and who are there for me. Yeah, that's all of them. That's everything. Yeah. All right, let's do one more giveaway. One more sweepstakes. Let me get my pen out so I can remember what emoji I told you. So let's do for this one. What do I want for this one? Let's do the flame emoji. The burn emoji. Flame. For raffle 3. And for raffle 3, I'm doing a box of wax melts from lots of different vendors. I've got some Scentsy in here. I have some L3. I have a couple of them from South of Sanity. I have some from Teddy Bees. I forget. I think there's something in here from just a sample. I don't know, y'all. It's just, I'm new to vendor wax. There's some stuff that I feel like maybe I don't want. Somebody else would. If you're new to it and you want a real mixed bag, there's some interesting stuff in there. And I wouldn't say it's cohesive at all. A little bit of everything. Then enter the raffle for number 3. So if you want the wax melt giveaway, give me a flame emoji. And again, you can enter more than once. Okay. So if you already did a comment for the pumpkin and then you did another one for the blue heart, you can do a third one for the wax melts and do the flame. Okay, one more friend mail here, and this is also from Charity. And she sent me this awesome butterfly decal because she also knows about my mom and the link of butterflies to my mom. And she got this, I think she sent it to me from an Etsy. Yeah, Prism Prints Design is the Etsy company. And then she just left me a note, which I really appreciate. So, love this. I love that it's iridescent and shiny. I just have to figure out where to put that now. Yeah, so, y'all, again, thank you so much for the friend mail. One more question, actually, and this one comes from... Where did it go? Is it Remish? I don't know. I might say her name wrong. I'm sorry. Heinz5482. And I know I sent you the tobacco pipe candles and you were loving them. I'm so glad I passed those on to someone else who can appreciate them. So you said you just want to know why haven't the Huz joined me, which he has. I shared the link. Will he show his face? Yeah, one and only. Second, did you want kids earlier in the marriage? I assume you guys don't have any because you never mentioned it. Yeah, I don't have kids. No. Nothing against people who have them. You have that choice. But we never really wanted kids, and definitely not at the same time. I think each of us went through like a very brief moment. Like we're talking like 3-day moment where one of us wanted a kid and brought it up and the other one was like, I'm not ready. And that was in our 20s. I think I was probably 25 and he maybe was 23 when he was like, I think we should have kids. And I was like, no. And then when I was 25, I said, and he was like, no. And then it just became like, maybe someday. And then grad school happened. And I was like, well, maybe when grad school's done. And then we started our careers. And I was like, well, maybe when our careers get up and running. And then I was like, I just don't want kids. I just don't want them. Lots of childhood trauma for both of us that we just were so afraid we would unintentionally pass down. We didn't want to be responsible for messing up other humans. I nannied for almost a decade, and I cannot tell you how nice it was to walk away at the end of the day and just be like, I'm done, right? So I've changed a lot of diapers. I was with that family for almost 10 years. 3 other kids, right? Changed a lot of diapers. I've given lots of baths. I've done lots of bedtime stories. And I know it's different when you have your own. That's what everybody says. But I don't want kids. I don't want to give birth. I don't want to be pregnant. But yeah, we never wanted them, so I don't have them. You are correct. I have fur babies, and that's it. No babies for me. All right, is that everything? Did I answer all the questions? I think I did. All right, I think that's it. I think I answered all the questions. If I missed it, I'm sorry. If I missed it, put it below. I think I got them all. Again, with the raffles, if you want the small business 4-pack of candles, do a pumpkin emoji. If you want the 4-pack of the Bath & Body Works Goose Creek candles, do the blue heart. And if you want the wax melt blend, give me a flame emoji. And once again, I will close that on the 18th at 11:59 p.m. And then I will announce the winner on the community post and probably in my video that day on 9/19. So that's 2 weeks from today. Okay, so tune in for that. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I'm already up to 1,100 subscribers. I'm like, how'd that happen, y'all? So I'm super excited about my growth. I love having you here. I love that you've subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because it helps to grow my channel. It helps to spread the word. It helps me get to more people. The algorithm picks me up and sends me off to new viewers if you subscribe. So it does really help me out. I will see you again tomorrow. I have a Bath & Body Works ritual haul video. And Sunday, I'm going to have a Goose Creek haul. Finally, I am desperate to get that review out because it's been, 2 weeks since I've gotten new candles at my house. So I'm very excited about that. I'll see you then. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.